My wife kept leaving the house at 3 a.m. The truth broke me. For 3 weeks, my wife left the house every single night at exactly 3 a.m. At first, I thought I was imagining it. I'm a light sleeper, and sometimes I'd wake up randomly, but every time I looked over, her side of the bed was empty. Then, about 30 minutes later, she'd quietly slip back under the blanket, like nothing happened. The first time I asked her about it, she laughed. She said I was dreaming. The second time, she got annoyed. She said she was just using the bathroom, but I knew she was lying. No one spends 30 minutes in the bathroom and comes back smelling like cold night air. Still, I trusted her, or at least, I wanted to. But then things got stranger. She started guarding her phone, turning it face down, taking it everywhere, even to the shower. One night, I woke up before she left. I kept my eyes closed. At exactly 3 a.m., her phone buzzed. She slowly got out of bed, got dressed, and left. I waited 10 seconds, then followed her. She walked fast, like she knew exactly where she was going. The streets were empty, dark, silent. She turned 3 blocks down and stopped in front of an old abandoned house, the kind of place kids dare each other to enter. Peeling paint, broken windows, overgrown weeds, and somehow, the front door was open. She walked inside. My chest tightened. I stood there frozen for almost a minute. Then I followed. Inside was pitch black. The smell of dust and mold filled the air. I could hear faint footsteps upstairs, so I climbed. Slowly, every stair creaked beneath me. Then I saw light under one door. I moved closer, and heard voices. A man's voice, and hers. My stomach dropped. I looked through the crack, and there she was, sitting across from a man in his 50s, holding his hands, crying. I felt sick. My wife was cheating on me. That had to be it. Why else would she sneak here every night? I pushed the door open. They both jumped. She looked terrified. What is this? I shouted. She started crying harder. The man stood up slowly. Then he looked at me and said my name. My blood ran cold. I had never seen him before. How do you know my name? He stared at me for a long moment. Then he said, because I'm your father. I laughed. Actually laughed. My father died when I was 6. I saw the funeral photos. I knew he was dead. The man looked devastated. Then my wife handed me a folder. Inside were papers, birth certificates, hospital records, DNA results. My hands shook as I read. The man I thought was my father wasn't. My mother had lied my entire life. This man was my real father. Years ago, my mother had an affair. When she got pregnant, she cut him out completely, told him the baby wasn't his. He spent decades trying to find me, and 6 months ago, he finally did. He contacted my wife first. She didn't tell me because she wanted proof. She'd been secretly meeting him, getting answers, making sure it was true before telling me. I looked at her, then at him, this stranger who had my eyes, my hands, my face, and suddenly, I believed it. He wasn't there to ruin my life. He was there because he never stopped looking for me. He stepped closer and said softly, I'm sorry I missed your whole life. And for the first time in 30 years, I hugged my father.